Hello class, I'm here to talk about problems 34 to 40. Even though it does say here that you're going to be using this information for the next 11 exercises, I only have assigned 4, but I'm going to go quickly over 7 of them. So let's get started so we don't have a long video. It says the age of cars in the staff parking lot of a suburban college is uniformly distributed from 6 months, 0.5 years, to 9.5 years. To make sure they are working with the same variables, so they did convert 6 months in years, which is half a year. Okay, so right here is telling you it's uniformly distributed, so you're gonna have something like this, right? And then we're gonna find that little box over here. So what is being measured here? Well, what is being measured? The age of cars in the staff parking lot. So we can literally say the age of cars in the staff parking lot. 35, which you're not asked, but again, I'm just going to go over quickly over all of them. In words, define the random variable x. So when we work with it, we're going to be working with the years. So in this case, x is going to be the same thing, but the age in years of cars in the staff parking lot. Here's what defines your random variable x, the years that we're going to be working with it. Um, 36, is that discrete or continuous? Well, we could count the years, but in this case, we don't have integers numbers. We have broken numbers, 9.5, half, 1, 1.5. So in this case, we have a continuous uh, data. Okay, so it's going to be continuous, or you can say continuous data. 37, the interval of values for x is, well, the interval is from half a year to 9.5 years, correct? And the distribution for x is telling you it's uniformly distributed from half a year to 9.5 years. So how do you define that? So x, let's put the distribution of x is uniformly distributed and is going to be between half a year and 9.5 years. 39. What is the probability density function? Well, to find my probability density function, if you remember, you're going to do 1 divided by b minus a. So in this case, my probability density function, my function of x, it's going to be 1. Let's do it. 1. I have to put it as text because I don't want it actually calculate for me. I want it shows um, the fraction. So let's put like this. 1 divided by 9.5 minus half, right? And then let me do 2 more. Then we're going to do 1 divided by 9. Wow, can type, huh? So therefore, my function of x, it's equals to 1 over 9, where x is between 0.5 and 9.5, or where you can say where x is between, which also means this. Well, I obviously cannot type today, right? Inclusive. I forgot that detail because these values are included. Okay, they are not being excluded. Okay, so now it's telling you to graph the probability distribution. So I'm just gonna show you how it's not really that hard. So all we're gonna do, go over here and just select, for example, I guess this much. Let me try, or even less. Doesn't have to be that much. So let me go down 1 and let me go up 1. That's enough. I'm gonna click the right button on the mouse. I'm gonna go in format cells and I'm gonna go in border, and I only want a thick border on this side. I'm doing this thing here, this graph. and then I can go ahead and do already the bottom. So to do exactly the problem is when you do both, since I did not say I should have selected, it's good these things happen so you can see that how to fix that. So let's just put about this. Now let's go back, right button, format cells. Now do it again, and now it should have got the whole thing. It's pretty long. You don't need that long, so you could just go over here and do no border, and then you get rid of one if you want one more. There we go. Okay, so here's my graph, correct? So sketch the graph of the probability distribution, lowest value, highest value, height of the rectangle, label for X and label for Y. Okay, so we know that the vertical right here, that's my function of X. And we have determined over here that my function of X is 1 divided by 9, my height. Let me do like this so you can see it better. And let me just put a border in between, thick one right here. I didn't mean to put on that one. I should have put on the one. There we go. Okay, and then you know that here are going to be your X values, correct? So let's go ahead and let's just do 0, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 should be enough because it goes up to 9.5. Just gonna move this over here and I'm gonna center this over here so it looks better. Perfect. Okay. So now we have already the function x, and now we gotta determine. So have to 9.5, correct? That's my distribution. So have about here, and then 9 have about here. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna insert a shape right here on the little right here under recent use. It has to be this one, the free form shape. Okay, so again, insert shapes and then make sure you find the free form underlines, or in my case is under the recent use shapes. So here's what I'm gonna do. Have is about here. I'm gonna click on the mouse once and then I let it go. I'm gonna go up. It's about here. That's good enough. It's not gonna make it perfect, but just straight enough. I'm gonna click again the mouse, let it go, and then 9.5. I can move that, center that at 10, but that gives you the 9.5 about here. Click on the mouse, let go, and then last one, I'm gonna click down here, just gonna represent my 9.5 and let it go, and then I'm gonna press escape, and then it keeps my graph in there. So now what I could do is to select that, and it's gonna give me a new tab over here, shape format, and if I want to do a shape fill, then I go over here. So I know that here it's gonna be 0.5, and over here that's not gonna be enough, so let me go over here then. Let me put this way, and now I'm gonna do 9.5 and about 10. Um, yeah, so now we can answer this. What is my lowest value? Well, my lowest value is 0.5, correct? What is, I'm looking over here. Let me go down. Where's my highest value? So my highest value is 9.5. What is the height of the rectangle, or the function of x is 1 divided by 9. I figured it would change it, so we can just do format cell as a text, number, and text. And then do it again. And then it leaves it alone. Okay, then fourth, label the right here, the axis. So the x, so this would be the years, right? So that would be the age of cars in years. So we can just go ahead and put it like this, merge in center. I'm gonna put age of cars. If you want to put years, that's fine. And here too, age of cars. Okay. So 5 says, where's the label for y-axis? It's my function of x. And I had included here one more. I guess I didn't copy it from the whole I could swear there was one more, but apparently not. And then we will be done. So I tried to keep it as short as I could. So on one question that was presented to me, if you do look at the template and the template doesn't necessarily include the assessment or the problem that I asked, go ahead and feel free to add and modify. And always check on the requirements for the week. Okay. And as usual, let me know if there are any questions. I hope this video helps to solve these problems. Thank you.